Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Stafford. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the gun, Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Certainly appeared like they had a great chance of that turning into a touchdown, but maybe led him just a bit too much.
Yeah, out of the back of the end zone. And that's tough on a 5-yard pass, but one of that distance, that can be tough to gauge when you're in the back of the end zone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Stafford. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Stafford now to throw. And he connects with Ertz. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 49, check 49, check 49.
2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Hard, hard. Check. Look at me. Go. Let's go.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Stafford. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Stafford now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's not going to get me. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Hey, watch. Look at me. Zipper. 25 the mic. We're going 25.
Throwing again. Sellers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
On the double. Hey, Delta. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sellers under pressure again, and down he goes again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And taken right on the 30. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field.
There goes Melvin Gordon. A big play there by Gordon. 56 yards on the ground. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Stafford. Complete to Hilton. Touchdown, Detroit. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
Okay, the highlights are going to show the guy throwing it, the guy catching, and ended up in the end zone. But how about those big guys up front that allowed that to happen? He had a ton of time to throw the ball.
He did. There's 2 sides to that coin, though. The O-line was great. D-line not very good.
It's those coverage because now you're really stuck in a bad spot. That much time to throw the ball, someone usually comes free.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready. 54, right there, 54 Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Go. Ready.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, Sam off. Let's go.
Now Gordon on 1st down. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
On the set. We're going 25 to Mike. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Snap.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Got it. Hey, box drop. Be driven.
On 3rd down, Sellers. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And give them a gain of 37.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long and hope someone would come free.
Come on, set.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Set. 70. Indy. Touchdown, defense. Check 13. Check 13. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Watch the run.
On second down. It's Gordon. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. One receiver left, that's Allen. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gordon, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Badgley's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You don't want drill right, 22. Hey, you don't want it. Easy alert.
From the gun, Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trevor Williams with a pick. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Had a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Sellers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Omaha, ready, move.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Lorenzo Carter giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Bravo. 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Check. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Hey, check. At 20.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sellers. He's going to rifle one. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Middle.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. Yellow 20. All right, boys. Here we go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Stafford now to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Blue 60. 0.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Set, 280. Right here. Double tight. Everyone, you got 4 down.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it, and let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter, but a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Lions, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.